Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's a great feeling to hear so much about you. It's really a great feeling. Last time when we had the book launch, the sixth book launch, it was on 29th May last year. That was Ramadan time, and it was Iftar. And it was Ramadan, and the program got stretched, and it was Iftar, so I had to cut short. And even then I spoke for 15 minutes. Now there is no such restriction, but don't worry. I know we are already running late.
He can speak on any topic.
Yeah. So it's a great feeling. Welcome you all. Thank you very much for coming here. It's a personal time, it's a weekend time, and that time if you give to me, then that's really, it means a lot to me. So thank you very much for coming here. This is the 7th book launch, and I'm fortunate to hear all the various views that have been expressed by my readers here and my well-wishers, my friends here. Before I go to my Friend Genie, because all my 6 books are equally dear to me, they are like my children, they like my 7 books, so I would just like to say one sentence at least for one book, without repeating what I said last time. Because last time I have narrated in the book launch about how I started off writing book, what inspired me, and how I went on writing book after book. So if somebody who was not here and now who is interested about these things, please go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is already there. And my speech of last time is there on the YouTube channel, so you can find it there. The complete, say, 17 minutes or 16 minutes of speech is there. But as I said, I will just mention one or two sentences about each book. The first book I started, that was in 2013, The 4 Games of Life. It talks about happiness. Now, happiness is something all of us want happiness. But the thing is that in pursuit of some, it says in fact, to make it slightly spicy, by whatever small speech, Om Shanti Om, Shah Rukh Khan ki picture जिसमें देखी होगी. In that, there is one dialogue which says, अगर आप शिद्दत से किसी चीज को चाहते हो, तो पूरी कायनात उसके पीछे लग जाती है कि वो आपको हासिल हो जाए. This is actually nothing but the secret and the power of positive thinking, the subconscious mind, and all these things are related together. So that is narrated in the second book. The third book talks about never giving up in the adversities of life, because we all face adverse situations. So adversities तो सभी को आते हैं, but not to give them up and then keep continuing and keep being enthusiastic. See, being enthusiastic is a big thing. That makes a difference between doing a task. कोई task अगर खाली करता है, somebody just does a task and somebody does enthusiastically, that's a big difference. And you will realize it. So be enthusiastic, never give up. This is the message from the third book. The fourth book talks slightly serious subject, but applicable for all of us. It talks about death. I mean, fear of death. After reading the book, the fear of death will go away from the person, because all of us are going to die. Nobody is here Amar. Nobody is going to live eternally here. So that talks about that the fear of death goes away. And the second message which comes is about the purpose of life. We all have a purpose of life. We are not just came here without any purpose whatever. So identify that purpose, to know the purpose. This book aims to get that feeling, get that message to us. The fifth book, I am so happy and thank you, Geeta. You are the first person who gave some good reviews about evolving paradigms of life, because it's like I'm too small to give that example. I know you will take in right spirit. Amitabh Bachchan की एक फिल्म आई थी आलाप. The old timers might know. See, people know, I mean, all other books are like having a lot of suspense, thrills, actions, adventures, and all that. Whereas this book is like an art film. Commercial Bollywood film, pot boiler, and an art film, जो difference होता है, this is an art film. So very few, and you need to have a lot of patience to continue reading that book actually. But I am happy that you found. So at least there is one reader who really found the message, and Gitu I remember. Actually, Gitu read the book in flight, right? I remember. And she, in fact, I know that she recollected her personal, in fact, that was that. Her personal life experiences. Everyone who is 50 plus here, I bet, I don't want to say challenge, I am sure you will find out some incident in the book which matches with something that happened to you in your life. It narrates about that, about the old.
40 plus actually.
Very good. So thank you so much. That's really nice to know that. Coming quickly again, the second chance. The second chance talks about a very serious issue that is currently affecting the world right now. It's about the professional integrity, the ethics in professions. That's a serious issue that is currently plaguing. And representatively, we have taken 3 characters here, 3 professions that I have taken, which is journalism, a doctor, and a lawyer. Now, just to narrate again one sentence, the lawyers are predominantly historically, they are infamous for turning truth into falsehood and falsehood into truth, we know that. The journalist, now all of us know that the media is all sold media. I mean, you know the channel, if you want to see one particular party, you have to see this channel. If you want to see that party, you see that channel. So all journalists are sold. So journalists are becoming a big menace to the society. They are misleading. I mean, if you really think on a very different plane, they are influencing the opinion of the world in taking the big decisions. So that's a big problem that we are having. And the doctors, sorry, I hope there is no doctor here. But
aspiring doctors are there.
Aspiring doctor, sorry. So you can make a difference, Ananta Lakshmi. You can definitely make. Currently, the fact is, you are afraid to go for any small ailment to a corporate hospital, right? I know, because what happens once you go in, they see money coming in, they trap you, they prescribe you so many tests and medicines which are not required. So this is a big problem we have. We don't know. I mean, unless you have some relative or a good friend who is a doctor, just only you can trust to go to him. Otherwise, you will be in big trouble. So these things have been highlighted in Second Chance, where these three friends, a journalist, a doctor, and a lawyer, they start off their career with a very good intention, but they get drifted along for the lure of money and the power and all that, and then they get corrected, and how the correction happens, but their sins catch up, the previous sins, and then they get corrected. That is what I'm about to do. Coming to my friend Ginny now. Quickly, I just wrapped up because I know I need to finish it off. Now, my friend Ginny, again, I will not speak more because Sunday Snippets has covered most of the things, and some of you have seen Sunday Snippets. I don't want to just bore the people who have seen it, by repeating whatever has been said, but I will touch upon only 2 points, the major points. My friend Ginny talks about, in just briefly, it's about a person, a middle-aged, middle-class person who finds a ring accidentally, which creates a genie. And the genie says, I will do everything that you want for, ask me. And now this person is very happy. He says, okay, fine. But he is ethical, a very, the righteous person. He doesn't want to do anything wrong, so he doesn't misuse the power that comes with this. And this was what actually Vidushi's comment was also, when she mentioned. This book tells about how a person can still contain himself and not misuse the power that comes which to him. I mean, this is something very extraordinary. And maybe I can quote that example also. Like in one of the conversations, I'll just take 4 or 5 minutes more. I know it's all late already, but still. One of the conversations where the Arun Deshpande, the person, the hero of the book, protagonist, when he asked the genie, he says, like there is a conversation, he says, Genie, what do you feel about me? And the genie says, sir, you are really nice. You are not asking me anything that is, undue or something like that. And then you are a very different person. Earlier people were not like this. So Arun says, earlier? I mean, how earlier? How much do you know? He says, sir, around 300 years. Because genies we live for a long time. He says, okay, fine, and who were your masters earlier? He says, my masters were one Indonesian sailor, one Philippine housewife, and one from New Zealand, some student, and something, 4 or 5 examples he gives. He says, then why did they give you away? He says, sir, they did not give me away, they were killed. He said, my God, why they were killed? Because the greed killed them. Because they started asking for favors, which they could not justify to their people around them, from where they got this. And when people came to know, the greed killed them. So the message the genie gives him is, don't reveal anything about me to anyone, including your wife. So this is the righteousness part of the thing. So this book talks about wish. Now coming to the philosophical part of it, I love philosophy. In fact, my father advised me, my brother advised me, and my wife. These 3 people, they advised me, reduce philosophy from your books. People don't want philosophy from you. There's a philosophy, there is many other sources of philosophy. But I am very clever. So what I do is, I spread that philosophy in bits and pieces throughout the book. I don't give up. So, I will ask you, the one question which the book tends to ask on the background. It is not openly coming up, but the message comes out. If God happens to come in front of you today and say, ask me one thing, can you ask, what do you want? No. It's very difficult. It's very difficult you because you don't know what you want. You don't know. I mean, if you are only say, give me one wish, you say, okay, give me 5 minutes to think. And I'm sure I can challenge within 2 days, 1 month also, you will not be able to finalize, so I want this particular thing. No, because you don't know. Yes, Ravi, you know?
In fact, I thought this. I want to be a good son of Bharat Mata.
Wonderful. That's a great thing. Yes, correct. Excellent. That's good.
That's what I will ask God.
Yes, correct. That is one. And the second message, which comes from the background, it is not said anywhere in the book, but that will make the reader to think, is about knowing the future. And that is the tagline of the book. If somebody has taken pains to read the tagline of the book, it says, knowing the future could sometimes be dangerous. Right? Suppose if somebody tells you that, okay, I will now tell you the future. Is it going to be good or bad? it's going to be disastrous. For example, I tell you, if a student, he is writing exam, next day is his exam, and if he comes to know that he is going to pass, he will not study. Why? Because he is anyway going to pass. And if he is going to fail, he will not study because he is anyway going to fail. So it will become a dampener, and moreover, the fun is lost. You lose the fun of life if you know the future. The beauty of future lies in the challenges, the opportunities, the uncertainties, the success that can come. If it is known to you, it is like a drama, like you are doing a film shooting in that case. Like, okay, the director says, do this, do this, do this. No. The uncertainty of future makes it more interesting and more brilliant and more open for all the success that can come through. This is what I wanted to say. I will just now narrate one incident because to follow the protocol. Those of you who attended the last time the book launch, this time we are more organized than last time we were. Apparently in the book launch, the author reads something from the book. I find reading is too boring, honestly. This is my opinion, but I will narrate. Because some people said that I am a good narrator, so I will just take that compliment true, and then I will just narrate. I will narrate one incident which is one of the 5 or 6 interesting incidents which will make the readers, like it's a suspenseful kind of thing, suspense things. One small incident of 3 minutes and then I'll wind up. Like as we said, Arun finds a ring and he doesn't tell his wife that he has got this ring which is giving the wishes, and he goes to a park. Because what happens is earlier, he has to talk to the genie, and genie, nobody can see the genie. He only able to, once he wears the ring and drops it, the genie comes in front of him, but nobody else sees the genie, only he is able to talk. So people, they feel like he is talking to whom? So to avoid the doubt, what he does is regularly he goes to a park, wears the ring, wears a Bluetooth, that's an alibi to mislead the people that he is talking with somebody on Bluetooth, and then he talks with the genie. Now what happens is one day, his wife, when she goes to a function somewhere, one of the ladies, there are some ladies who take happiness in destroying somebody's happiness. There you always find them, so there are some meaningful glances everywhere, I don't know why.
I know something. I know one.
So one such lady, she happens to sit beside this in the function with this Arun's wife, and she says, how is Arun's health now? She says, he's fine. Why, what happened? She says, no, I saw him that he's talking to himself in the park. Nobody is there. And some 2-3 people told me. So she's really disturbed. And she's asked Arun, are you okay and all? He says, yes, I'm fine. Then, she goes to the park with him. She said, okay. She doesn't tell him that she has heard about something like this. So she said, okay, let's go to park. And she goes with him in the park and sits in the bench where he is sitting there. And then she finds whether he's talking to somebody in the air, anybody is there, nobody's there. So she says, fine, okay. But her doubt is not clear. She feels that he is hiding something. When I'm there, it's not happening. So the next time, when he goes to the park, she follows him without telling him. So when he leaves for the park, after 2 minutes she starts and she goes to the park, and then the bench which she sits, takes a bench behind that, and without his knowledge she watches it. And then Arun, as is usual, he takes the ring, he wears it, then he takes the Bluetooth and he talks. And then she's seeing that, oh, he's wearing a Bluetooth, then she says, oh my god, this is such a thing actually, the lady did not see Bluetooth and all that, and this was unnecessary, they are spreading rumors, nothing wrong with this and all that. And then she comes back. Now, when Arun is about to come back, she hurriedly tries to come back, and then another friend she meets another friend there, and then both are coming together, and then out of habit, Arun's wife checks the phone and she says, whether any notification is there or anything like that. And the friend tells her, there is no chance, don't look at anything in your phone because there is no signal in the entire park. This is the suspense. So there are some 5-6 incidents like this. It's a teaser. It's a good marketing technique, I should say. Okay. Now before I close, I have just 3 points so that I don't forget. I have already started writing my 8th book. So you all will be privileged to come in June 2020 for the launch of my 8th book.